Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 57, my Persona 5 day tracker. Today's the first day of the Kaneshiro arc, as we get to see Makoto has decided to start looking into us. We also get a scene with Kasumi, as to kind of build her up as a character. And then we go to Pro, who plays some darts. Doing his thing. As we'll get night activities today, like Noble hanging out with Yoshida. To increase his charm and start that social link going. Good for him. Nice to see him. And then we head on off. Well, actually it's mostly that most people hang out with Maruki today, so, one of those kind of days. Hi Maruki, great to see you, buddy. It's always a pleasure to see you. Thank you for the extra SP. And then we kindly goes over to hang out with, Sojiro. Help him out with his problems, aka his daughter and niece or whatever. And then we also see Charmer hang out with this is Gutsy. This is Gutsy hanging out with Maruki, as everyone's trying to get their things done today. Maruki helps a lot, and then we hang out with Mishima. Hi Mishima, great to see you again. Well, we get through his social link, and as he did take us to a dinner thing. Then we go to Charmer, who hangs out with Takemi. Takemi increases guts, so she's a great social link to get done every once in a while, so you can have that. And so after we do that, we play some darts. Woo! We get Ryuji and Anne to level 3. And then we go over to Lacey, who hangs out with Ryuji. Hi Ryuji, great to see you. Always nice to hang out. After we found out what the guys were doing, we decided to hang out at the beef bowl shop, like this ramen shop. To, just talk about how we want to do things. This is a great step for us, as Ryuji kind of gets through what he wanted to do and all that. We have a really nice chat over some nice tasty ramen, and Ryuji gets a rank 9. So, this is the only thing Lacey's doing today, as Lacey's almost done with the Ryuji social link. Well, after we get a nice phone call, as Ryuji just kind of makes sure we're okay and all that kind of stuff, we're just gonna head right to bed, because Lacey did a whole lot today. Well, I thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome to Hyrule Kings. This is day 60 of my Persona 5 day tracker. Today is the first day of the TV show trip. So, the day is taken up by us watching this TV interview get set up. We don't get to do much this day, but hey, we don't need to do a whole lot every day. But we get a bit of a hint of what kind of stuff we're going to be dealing with, and we get the infamous line from Akechi, the big one, the juicy line that kind of sets up the twist that the game is going to be doing later. Pancakes. Oh, those dreaded pancakes. But hey, after this we get a new friendship spot to go to, and then Pro goes to play billiards. This is to increase technical damage, so might as well get this done and show off how cool he is. He read the book, so he got the extra point for it, and might as well show off how cool he is and have fun and all that. And then Noble also plays billiards to help increase his points and get with everybody, increase their stats, and get the book so he can do that more of the advanced stuff later on. Because it helps with proficiency and all that. And then we go to Kindly, who hangs out with Mishima. It's great to see you here, Mishima. We talk about life stuff and things that are going to be happening in the future. He shows us a cool weapon that we don't get to use because the game doesn't want to give us cool stuff. And Mishima gets bullied by some other friends from school. Sucks to see you here, Mishima. But, hey, well deserved, buddy. So, after we kind of calm him down, we head home. Get a bit of a chat with him. And then, we go over to Gutsy, who hangs out with Yoshida, to go to the beef bowl shop to do that. This is the setup day one. And, might as well get some proficiency while you hang out with Yoshida. So, after we get an easy day done, we get some money, increase our proficiency, and then we go over to Charmer, who reads a book. Charmer try to keep up on the books. Then we go to Ren, who also reads a book. Trying to keep things up to date and all that. And Lazy also reads a book. We all read books to kind of keep up with everything. Thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 62 of my Persona 5 day tracker. Today, Ryuji almost gets us in trouble with Makoto, as he likes to try to almost reveal that we are the Phantom Thieves every chance he gets. But, as there's only one activity we do today, there is no switching between everybody, so we just see everybody hanging out with the Phantom Thieves. This is to celebrate us defeating Madarame. So, we have a nice potluck dinner, and we also get a bit of a hint of Makoto's house life. Everyone is trying to perv on Aang because they are freaks and don't know how to behave themselves. But everyone has their fun, and we have a really relaxing day as we talk about stuff. And then go take a bath and almost get boiled alive. I thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 63 of my Persona 5 day tracker. Today we see Makoto hanging out with Takeshi in the morning before we then cut back over to us, as we have set up the Sayuri in LeBlanc's place. Well, we see Pro hanging out with Anne Takamaki to, help her out with her thing and increase his kindness. We see Anne showing off her modeling skills and all that kind of stuff. Then, we help her out with her struggles and all that to increase our social stats. Then we go to Noble, who hangs out with Tai Takemi to help her motivate herself to be brave and help out this girl. She doesn't really believe in herself and all that kind of stuff, so we help her out with that, and we, move along. And then we hang out with Yoshida to just, get our charm up and talk about politics and all that kind of stuff. So, great to see you, Yoshida. And then we head on off. Then we go to Gutsy, who also hangs out with Takemi, to, help her out with her thing and get to the point where he's basically stuck for now. We do that kind of thing. And then Charmer, who helps out with Sojiro and all that kind of stuff. Kind of jump around between everybody as this is kindly hanging out with Yoshida. And, then Ren also hangs out with Anne, just a little bit behind. He's usually very busy with fantasy stuff. And we also hang out with Yoshida, because, increasing our charm is really beneficial to us. And everyone kind of hangs out with Anne and all that kind of stuff. So we help her motivate herself and, that kind of stuff. Yeah. This has been really fun to hang out with you guys and build up the series. So, like I said, there's a lot of people hanging out with Anne today. And, sometimes that kind of leads to repeating clips. Because I've actually prepared myself and recorded a lot of this stuff. So, I appreciate you all watching my series, and yeah, everyone's kind of doing this kind of stuff. So, yeah. Hey Yoshida, great to see you again. Well, I thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 65 of my Persona 5 day tracker. Today we're starting off with Makoto interrogating the Phantom Thieves. As Ryuji fumbled the bag earlier, Makoto now knows that we are definitely the Phantom Thieves. And after tricking us into working for her, we decide to look for our next target. This target being Kaneshiro, but we'll get back to that later as we start off with Pro reading a book, and then go to Noble also reading a book, as our day activity is wasted, and so we gotta do other things. Then we go to Kindly also reading a book. We're doing a lot of reading today. Reading helps out a lot, so might as well. Then we go to Gutsy, who also reads a book. Basically everybody's reading books. You should read a book. That'll help you out a lot. Charmer is also reading a book, but he's not done yet. Lazy just goes to bed. And then we got on over to Ren as we see what took up our day activity. We brought Yusuke here to appreciate the Sayuri, as he wanted to talk about his thoughts on the whole situation that happened with Madarame not that long ago. And, we talk about how he feels and why he wants to lead the Sayuri at Sochiro's place. And so we'll help him home and then read a book. I appreciate you all watching. Thank you. Hello everybody, welcome back to Iron King. This is day 66 of my Persona 5 day tracker. We start off with Makoto getting grilled by the principal for not finding out who the fantasies are, and she's made a deal with them to help find Kaneshiro. And then we get a classroom question correct, because we are very smart, and so after we get our nice free intelligence point, we start heading around the school to interrogate students. We're trying to figure out what Kaneshiro is making the student do. And so, after walking around and getting help from Anne, Mishima, and I guess Ryuji's doing something, but I think it's probably for the best that he's not really doing anything, besides just kind of minding his own business. We figure out, by interrogating these two students, what Kaneshiro is making the students do. I will not say it here to not get in trouble with YouTube, but we do that, we figure out what we need to do, and then we head home, starting with Pro reading a book, not finishing it yet. Noble, who also reads a book, but not finishing it as well. Then we go over to Kindly, who finishes his book. Good for him. He's very happy with himself and gets some nice free points. Then we go to Gutsy, who, reads another book, and that kind of stuff. And then we go to Charmer, who also reads a book, finishing it and being very happy with himself. Thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Iron Kings. This is day 67 of my Persona 5 day tracker. Today, we are hanging out with everybody to figure out where Kaneshiro is, as we learned that Kaneshiro works in Shibuya and is, here doing his thing. We look around the area, try and figure out what he's doing and where he is. And we wanted to, talk to him and, figure out all that kind of stuff. We have Makoto help us and all that kind of stuff. Then after we're done with all that, we go back home. Pro watches a movie. Noble reads another book, as he has a lot to catch up on. Then we go to Kindly, who also watches a movie, as I made sure to get some in advance. Then we go to Gutsy and Charmer, as they both use the bath to help increase both their charm and their guts at the same time. And then we go to, Ren, who, hangs out here and then plays billiards, as he wanted to increase his technical damage, show off to everybody else. And technical damage is really nice when you don't got, type effectiveness. Thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Iron Kings. This is day 68 of my Persona 5 day tracker. After we figured out kind of where Kaneshiro is and that kind of stuff, now we could possibly reach him. We hang out at karaoke to kind of discuss our plans on how to really interrogate him, as we needed some information to open his palace. So we start off with Pro, watching movie, finishing it off. Then we go to Noble, who finishes one of the books off. Good for him, he's catching up. Happy for him. And then we go to Kindly, who watches the last bit of his show to finish that off. And then we go to, Gutsy and Charmer, who increase their guts and Charm at the same time at the bath. Then we go to Ren, who plays billiards. It progresses technical damage and gets some points with everybody. You know, might as well. And increasing your damage doesn't hurt that much. So, we are very happy with ourselves. And then we see what Makoto's doing as she talks with her sister, the one that we will be dealing with very much later. Thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 69 on my Persona 5 day tracker. Today we started with Makoto investigating some stuff about Kaneshiro. And we skip to the end part, and it will be consistent for most characters as we go to the, red light district, look around, try and find where we're looking for, and find, she will be giving us information on Kaneshiro, and it's a social link later on. So, we have a nice little chat, and she gives us some information. And after we're done with that, we kind of do our thing, like watching a show, then Noble hanging out with Ryuji, to get his social link done, and he'll progress to rank 7, which is the kind of one we want. Rank 7 helps us out a lot due to the ability it gives us, so everyone's targeting Ryuji. Thank you, Ryuji. And then after we go home and have a nice little chat, we watch a movie. Increase our stats and all that. Then Kindly goes and works out at the gym to, do his thing and all that kind of stuff. Then he goes home and watches a movie to, help him out and all that kind of stuff. Then Gutsy works at the 777 to increase his charm and then watch a movie. You need a level 4 charm to progress to Kami's social link. And then we go to Charmer, who, does his own thing. Then we go to Lazy, who maxes out Ryuji's social link. He wanted to, because why not? It was one of the 3 social links he's going to be doing, so might as well. And so we got Ryuji done, and then we go to Ren, who plays a game. Thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 71 on my Persona 5 day tracker. Today we start off with helping Anne get some classroom questions correct. As we are very smart, we can easily help her do this. But after that, we talk with Makoto to figure out where Kaneshiro is, as we kind of needed to learn more information about him. So, we meet up with him in person. This gets us in trouble with drugs and alcohol and stuff being in a picture with us. Makoto feels bad for getting us in trouble, but with her help, we decide to head into the Kaneshiro's palace and use her to get up to the main bank. And so, with that, we head in, look around, and get Kaneshiro to try and, fill out a loan. So, we do that, and after we leave, Makoto awakens to her persona. So, we ran through these guys, make our way out, and comfort her about what happened. But with that, we have a deadline, and no one does their kind of usual activities. This means the main stuff has now started. So, we talked to Morgana, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 72 of my Persona 5 day tracker. Today we start off with Makoto and Anne talking to each other as they just kind of motivate each other to do well at this day. But we decide to kind of go around to everybody and start our main activities, as this is the proper start of the Kaneshiro arc. So we start out with Pro, hanging out with Takemi, and then, making some coffee so he's ready for the palace. And then we go over to Noble, who also hangs out with Takemi. Both of them wanting to increase their guts and work on their personal stories. So we do that. We get her to her high rank and then all that kind of stuff. Then we go to Kindly, who also hangs out with Takemi. Finally getting around to increasing guts. So after we almost get ourselves hurt, we finish her with her confidant and then go watch a movie. Then we go to Charmer Gutsy, who hangs out with Ryuji today. Hey Ryuji, how are you doing? So we help Ryuji help his buddies from the track team, and we head our way home and then go hang out at the bath. And then we go to Charmer, who hangs out with Yusuke today. Yusuke's social link is kind of nice as it gives us card duplication, so we could get more skill cards in the future. And then, you know, we go to Lazy, who watches a movie and does his bath. Then we go to Red, who decides to head right away into Kaneshiro's palace. So, after we unlock Anne's and Morgana's Showtime event, we show it off, you know, kill that guy, and, you know, make our way through. We also do a bit of strength stuff to get through the strength confidant, helping us get to the good abilities, and then we collect all the will seeds, make our way to the bottom of the palace, and find the treasure. So, after we leave, we get it shown off to the fusion alarm, which will give us a nice benefit throughout the rest of the story. Thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 73 of my Persona 5-day tracker. Today we started with Pro finally going to Kaneshiro's palace. So, after we show off our Showtime event, collect all the will seeds, we find the treasure, do our fusion alarm, get strength confidant up a little bit, and you know, do our thing. Everyone's very proud of themselves, and we leave. Then we go to Noble, who hangs out with Yusuke to get card duplication and get some stuff done. So, we do that. Thank you, Yusuke. Greatly appreciated. And then we go to Kindly, who hangs out with Takemi and does her social link, increasing it a little bit further and to increase his guts, as he was kind of behind on that. And then he goes to hang out with Mishima, getting him high up. You know, we learn that Mishima is being a jerk. And then we go to Gutsy, who watches a movie. Then we go to Charmer, who hangs out with Anne. Great to see you, Anne. So we help her out with her stuff. You know, stand there, and then once she gets herself in trouble because somebody was being kind of mean to her, we do that. And we then go and hang out with Ryuji at night to help him figure out what this teacher's doing and realize he's a jerk like Kamoshida. So, after we help him out with that, get to rank 7, and that's really nice. Then we go to, you know, Lazy, who decides to start Takemi's social link because he needed some guts, because level 3 guts is required to start Kawakami's social link, so he's gonna work on his guts, which means this is gonna be his, like, 3rd social link he's gonna be starting, and probably not finishing after he goes to bed. Then we go to Ren, who unlocks the next Showtime event, which is Ryuji and Makoto's. We won't get to see that for a while, as I don't do can't use it during the boss fight, and I don't go to Mentos for a little while, so we won't get to see that for a while. But after that, we decide to send out the calling card and play a video game. This is going to be the last thing we do today, so I appreciate you all for watching. This was really fun, and I hope to see you guys next time on Hyrule Kings. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 75 of my Persona 5-day tracker. Today we start off with Pro Joe getting ready to take down Kaneshiro. After sending the calling card yesterday, he runs into the big guy in his bank hall, which means we start our boss fight against the Piggytron. After we beat him, we see his treasure, a bunch of gold, and we get a hint about other palace invaders. After we escape, Morgana is ran over by a car, and we get ourselves a nice suitcase to sell. This is going to be our big reward for beating Kaneshiro, and after a bit of lore stuff, we beat the video game and have a nice chat with Morgana, which leads into Igor having a nice little chat with us. Thank you, Igor. We go to Noble, who goes and sends in the calling card, which means that tomorrow she will be doing the palace run. And then we play a video game. And then we go to Kindly, who hangs out with everybody to go and head into the palace today. We get to name Makoto Queen, defeat the shadows, show off our first showtime, and everybody does really well today. Good job, team. And we collect all the will seeds, make our way down, get our fusion alarm tutorial, and, you know, we do our thing. Good job, everybody. Proud of you all. So, after we have a nice little chat with the prison sisters, we leave, and then we go over to Charmer. Oh, wait, this is Gutsy. Gutsy hangs out with Ann Takamaki. Woohoo! Well, this is great for him, but he has his eyes set on the doctor. So, after we leave, we go over to Charmer, who continues the social link with Takemi just to increase his guts, and, you know, because he has not much else to do. So, as Takemi is locked for a little while, Charmer's gonna take over. And then, after we hang out with Takemi, we hang out with Oya to, you know, have fun, get some of her abilities, and all that kind of stuff. Then we go to Ren, who hangs out with Makoto today after completing the palace yesterday. So, after that, we hang out with her. It's also the earliest we can hang out with her. So, starting her social link, and getting a bit of a hint of what she will do next. We also get a bit more progress into Chihaya's social link, which means we might get our new things. So, we started off by getting a bit of money. Nice. And then we go to Lazy. Thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 77 of my Persona 5 day tracker. We start off with Pro Joe hanging out with Makoto. He goes to the red light district with her in the morning, and, you know, we hang out and see another student doing a job here. And then we go hang out with Yoshida to increase our charm and have a bit of a good time today. Thank you, Yoshida. Great seeing ya. So after we finish with that, we go to Noble, who starts Makoto's social link. He's a bit late due to having to do the palace a bit later, but he might as well get it started as this is his best girl, so yay! And then we go hang out with Oya to increase the charm and have some fun with that. So after we hang out with her and get helped out, we go over to Kindly, who finishes up Konshiro's palace. This is going to be a big day as we fight Kaneshiro and defeat his, you know, goons and his Piggytron. So, we defeat him, get a hint about other stuff that will be happening later on in the plot. We escape the palace, and we get our treasure. We get a nice golden suitcase, and as a reward, we see a guy stressing out, and then we, you know, read a book. After that, we have a nice chat with Igor. It's great to see you, buddy. Then we go to Gutsy, who, you know, sends out the calling card after unlocking the new thing. And then we watch a movie. Then we go over to Charmer, who decides to start at the palace. He shows off the Showtime event and gets all 3 treasures. Well, with that, we find our way to the treasure, get our fusion alarm tutorial, get our mistake, and we leave. Very happy with ourselves. We then go to Red, who reads a book, and, you know, kind of stuff like that. We also hang out with Yoshida. Hey Yoshida, great to see you again. So we continue his social link. Very happy with ourselves. And, you know, we get a bit of charm increase. So, after a nice phone chat, we leave. And then we go to Lazy, who hangs out with Takemi today. Wants to increase his gut to level 3 so he can hang out with Kawakami. So, he could be focusing her down. So, with that, we finish up. We go through her social link of, you know, her being bullied for being a doctor. And I wish you all a good rest of your day. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 80 of my Persona 5 day tracker. Today we start off with getting a classroom question correct. Then we go over to Pro, who hangs out with Kasumi today. Kasumi is only locked to rank 5 for now, but, you know, so we'll get up there a little bit to just hang out with her and have a good time. We also hang out with Ryuji today, getting his rank 7. That means we're listening to these two men yap as we learn about what they're planning to do with this new track team. So after that, we discuss with Ryuji what our next goal is. Then we go over to Noble, who does Ryuji rank 8. Congratulations, getting Ryuji along. And also moving along, Jahia's social link by getting scammed. Then we go over to Kindly Joe, who also hangs out with Ryuji today, getting him along in his social link. Thank you, Ryuji. So we defend this guy from getting bullied and discuss what we need to do about the track team. So then we go play darts. We get Yusuke to rank 4 and Morgana too. And we do a very good job today. Thank you, everybody. Then we go over to Noble, but to Gutsy, who hangs out with Makoto today. And there's a Charmer. Charmer's hanging out with these two today. Thank you, Charmer. Pleasure to have you. So, we have our fun. We say goodbye to him. Oh, that was Gutsy. This is Charmer. Charmer hanging out with Yusuke today. So, Yusuke gets a bit peeved that his artwork wasn't praised highly as he thought he would. But, you know, gotta start somewhere, Yusuke. So, we make our way out. And then go hang out with Hifumi. Hey, Hifumi. So, with this, we start the Star social link and get some nice abilities from it. Then we go over to Red here, who hangs out with Kasumi again. Hey, Kasumi. And she is a very nice person, has some nice abilities for us. We decide to hang out with her. She's a kind of rare social link due to how little we can progress her storyline. And then we go to Lazy, who hangs out with Takemi today. There's a lot of Red also hanged out with rank 7 Ryuji today, so we just skip over that and see Lazy hang out with Takemi to progress her social link and get a bit more guts. And then he'll make some tools. Thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 81 of my Persona 5 day tracker. We start off with Projo hanging out with Yusuke to show off his artwork. Gets a bit of criticism, but we help comfort him through it. This is a motivator to do better and to put a bit more personality into it and to improve in general. Then we also hang out with Kawakami, starting her social link. Thank you, Kawakami. It was a pleasure to have you. And then go over to Noble, who hangs out with Yusuke as well. This is a social link and to start it. So we get the ability to duplicate cards if we want to. Then we go over to Kindly, who, does some fusion stuff to get things done and to prepare himself for later events, before he then heads into Mementos. This is to progress through all the Mementos quests that we have. We have a few that we picked up along the way, so might as well get a big bunch piled up and do them all in one go. So we get a lot of quests done, get a lot of treasure, a good bit of XP, and progress, all that kind of stuff. Then we play a video game. Good job. Then we go to Gutsy, who hangs out with Takemi today. Hey Takemi, great to see you. So we have our fun, we chill out, and all that kind of stuff. We also hang out with, research charm and all that kind of stuff. So we leave. Then we go to Ren, Charmer, I think, who does some strength progression. Strength can be done at any time, so we might as well get them done as soon as possible. So we go and hang out with Yusuke today. Progress his social link as he shows off the painting. He put it in the museum. So we help him through that, and then we also hang out with Shihia, as we're still working on getting more social links and getting some started. So we do that, we get a bit of money. No, we get scammed. We got scammed, buddy. Then we go over to Red, who plays darts. Thank you, Red. So we progress some social link stuff and make ourselves very happy. We progress Morgana and Yusuke's thing. And, we are very happy with ourselves. And then we do a trial by burger. Then we have a nice big tasty burger. And, progress things along. Well, actually, this is Lazy doing this, but I thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Iroll Kings. This is day 82 of my Persona 5 day tracker. Today, if you started off Kawakami Social Link before, you get a ditch class today. But we go over to Pro, who hangs out with Yusuke today, showing off the painting at a museum. It's really nice, but he gets a bit of criticism, so he's a bit butthurt. Then we go to Kawakami, who, we start her social link. Then we go over to Noble, who hangs out with Makoto today. So we get a bit of hints about stuff happening around her and other classmates. We also read a book. Then we go to Kindly, who plays billiards to progress his social stats and also hangs out with Kawakami today. Then we go over to Gutsy, who hangs out with Yusuke as well. We see Yusuke embarrass himself by accidentally thinking siblings are dating. And then we also hang out with Kahiya to start progressing her social link and, getting a bit of money for it. So we are very happy with ourselves. Then we go to Charmer, who also hangs out with Makoto today. So we see what she does. We help her along with her investigation of the classmates. So, of what we did last time. And we also hang out with Akechi. Hey, Akechi. He's kind of rare, so we're very happy to see him. We do a bit of dress up and we mess with him a little bit. And then we go over to Ren, who hangs out with Takemi to increase his guts and to, get things moving along. So, after we have a bit of discussion about Takemi's past and, her personal feelings about stuff, we relax, take our medicine that she gives us and, just talk, have some fun, all that kind of stuff. Takemi is one of the more fun social links, and her bit, even though I don't really buy healing items, it's really nice to, see how she's doing, have fun, and, all that stuff. And I thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Iroll Kings. This is day 84 of my Persona 5 day tracker. We start off with Projo hanging out with Anne today. To just get things moving along and didn't have much else to do today. So we have our fun and relax. Then we go hang out with Chihaya to see how she's doing. We help her, we help another client not get scammed, and we decide to change fate. Then we go over to Noble, who goes to the fishing park today to, meet with Ryuji and Kawakami, and then go hang out with Yoshida, to get the Sun social links going. Then we go to Kindly, who hangs out Anne to visit the park to increase her social link, and, we also do Shihiya's thing of preventing the scam, as we think this is the best move for our actions and all that kind of stuff. Then we go to Charmer, went to Gutsy, who hangs out with Makoto today. So we get those things doing, and then we also hang out with Iwa, help him with a client and all that kind of stuff. So we get our proficiency raised. Then we go over to Charmer, who hangs out with Makoto, starting her social link. So we go to the arcade, have our fun, and decide where to go next. We also hang out with Yoshida tonight to get our charm increased and, had some fun. Thank you, Yoshida. Great to see you. You're a great guy. Then we go over to Red, who goes into goes to Mementos today. So we got a lot of quests to complete today. That means we're going to be here for a little while as we get a bunch of levels, try and progress through all the levels of Mementos, get some treasure, and all that stuff. We also get the new Showtime event, show it off, and all that. We get a nice bit of power, a nice bit of money, some items to use if we ever get around to that, and then we leave. Who goes to bed? Thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Iroll Kings. This is day 85 of my Persona 5 day tracker. Today we start out with Projo hanging out with Takemi today to increase his guts, then to get to the point where you need level 4 charm to progress our social link. Then we go hang out with Oya today to increase our charm. Hey Oya, how are you doing? Thank you. And then we make our way out. Then we go to Noble, who decides to head into Mementos today. So, after we do a bit of the strength social link, we go in and start doing the Mementos quests. So we progress those along, get another strength confidant, push through, and we're very good at this kind of stuff. So we're very happy with ourselves. We defeat many of these Mementos quests, getting a bunch of treasure, levels, and all that good stuff. You know, these Mementos quests are really boring, but, you know, if you got nothing else to do, might as well get them done when you got a bunch piled up. So, we get through them all, and we leave. And then we watch a movie. Then we go over to Kindly Joe, who hangs out with Makoto, starting her social link today. You know, might as well start the social link at some point. And then we also hang out with Oya today to increase our charm and have a bit of fun. So, we progress things along and are very happy. And then we go over to Gutsy, who does darts to progress the social links along. So, very happy with ourselves there. Then we hang out with Mishima, you know, to talk about Mishima's like troubles and all that kind of stuff. Then we go over to Charmer, who hangs out with Takemi today to help Takemi help a patient and, you know, increase our guts. Because Charm is already maxed out, we might as well do this while we're here. So, we also decided to hang out with Hifumi today, as you need a high charm to get her started. She will be the romance for Charmer Joe. So, we get things started there. Then we go to Ren, who hangs out with Yusuke today to show off the painting. Yusuke gets some constructive criticism and gets butthurt for it, but, you know, we help Yusuke through that and help him along with his career. Then we also hang out with Chihia today to get our fortune read. Thank you, Chihia. And then we go to Lazy, who starts Kawakami social link. And I thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 86 of my Persona 5 day tracker. We start off with Pro Joe heading into Mementos. There's a lot of Mementos quests to get done today, so after we rush through all these quests, we get a bunch of levels, treasures, and items. And we get progress to Mishima's social link. Mishima's kind of easy to do because these quests are quite pathetic. But, you know, we do these every once in a while just to make Mishima happy and to get some nice levels. Also, there's a nice way to progress through Strength social link. So we leave and then go watch a movie to relax. Then we go over to Noble, who maxes out Ryuji's social link. Thank you. And then we go hang out with Mishima as we completed some of the stuff already to progress his social link. Mishima gets bullied, rightfully deserved, and then we head off. Then we go to Kindly, who also maxed out a social link as he maxes out and social link today. Good job. So we are very happy with ourselves, getting a nice awakened persona, and we leave to go hang out with Oya today. Hey Oya, great to see you. So we hang out, have a bit of nice chat, and increase our charm. They go over to Gutsy, who hangs out with Ryuji today to get his social link progressed pretty far. And, you know, Ryuji gets beat up, but we comfort him, so he's not so butthurt about it. And then we also go hang out with Oya today to, you know, progress his social link and have a bit of fun. So we do that, increase our charm, and are very happy with ourselves. Then we go to Charmer, who hangs out with the Fantasies as he does darts. Good job, everybody. So we increase Anne and Ryuji's to rank 3. Then we go hang out with Makoto today. Hey Makoto, great to see you. We have our fun, and Ren does some of the stuff that the other characters do. So we also then there's Ren hanging out with Hifumi. So I think. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 87 of my Persona 5 day tracker. Today we start off with Pro hanging out with Ryuji and then hanging out with Mishima. Mishima is talking about how he gets bullied a lot, so we watch him get bullied by some of the people And then we go over to Noble, who does a trial by burger, as he had the stats to complete the first level. So good for him. And then he hangs out with Kawakami to help progress her social link a little bit. So we have a nice time. We see how Kawakami's doing. And then, we head off. Then we go to Kindly Joe, who hangs out with Takemi today. Hey, Takemi. So Takemi takes care of a little girl and helps her with her sickness. And we get a bit of guts for it. Thank you, Takemi. And then we decide to follow Ryuji, and we listened in on this conversation between these two mean guys. So, after that, we had Ryuji convince what he needs to do next. So, we do that. Charmer hangs out with the Phantom Thieves and does some darts. So, we increase our social stats and get, Ryuji and Ann to rank 3. So, that's awesome. Then we don't go hang out with Iowa. Thank you, Gutsy. It was fun. Then we go to Charmer, who watches a movie and then hangs out with Hifumi. Hey, Hifumi, great to see you. So we played some games, and then we head home. Then we go to Ren, who hangs out with Ann today. Hey, Ann, how are you doing? We get her ranked up a little bit. We also get some nice points with Ryuji, because gotta get those when you can. So we help rank her up quite a bit. We then make our way out to go hang out with Hifumi. There aren't as many night social links, so a lot of them get repeated. But we progress them happily along as we then go to Lazy, who finally gets to get to Kaneshiro's palace. This will be the last time we get through this, so we get to see the final introduction for our new Showtime event. Get the 3 wheel sheets, show off the new fusion tutorial, and then head off. Thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome to iRoll Kings. This is day 688. My Persona 5 day tracker. We start off with helping Ann get a classroom question correct, raising our charm. Then we go over to Pro Joe, who hangs out with Yusuke today to watch Yusuke paint some random strangers. Was taking them for a couple. Silly moments had and all, so we head on off and then go get our fortune read by Chihia. Thank you, Chihia. Great to talk with you. And we kind of start our social link. Then we go over to Noble, who hangs out with Kasumi today. Hey, Kasumi, how are you doing? So we increase our faith persona, and then hang out with Chihia today. And then we go over to Kylie, who hangs out with Yusuke as well, because Yusuke is very available today. And then we go hang out with Hifumi. Hifumi's really nice, and her ability's really helpful. Then we go over to Gutsy, who increases his charm by working at 777, and then also hanging out with Oya today. Hey Oya, great to see you. We pretend like we're going on a date with her, and then we, head on off. Then we go to Charmer, who hangs out with Makoto today. So we go around the red light district with her, and, have some fun. We head on off, and then go clean the store. And okay, thank you. Then we go over to Red Hole, so hanging out with Kasumi today. We have some bento and have a great time, as Kasumi decides to make some for us later on. Thank you, Kasumi. Great to hang out with you. We also help Chihia with changing fate, so we use our abilities and just kind of know how to change fate. But to be honest, I kind of wish more of the Confidants did, where it's, instead of us using the fantasies all the time, we actually just help people through their problems and stuff. Then go over to Lazy, who decide, after Lazy decides to send a calling card today. So, we have a nice chat with everybody and head on off. Thank you for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to iRoll Kings. This is day 89 of our Persona 5 day tracker. We start off with Pro Joe hanging out with Ann Takamaki today, as we decided to get the lover social link progressed, as she gives us some nice benefits and stuff. And then we also go hang out with Kawakami. This is to gain some nice nighttime benefits, as she does work for us around the house if we get requested. Then go over to Noble, who also hangs out with Ann today. And great to see you. So we have a nice little chat, we progress the social link, and then we head off to go hang out with Oya. Hey Oya. Oya's social link is kind of useless, but it's nice to hang out with her, so we do so. Then we go over to Kindly, who does Mementos quests. he needed to get these done as he hasn't done them in a little while. So we get through a lot of these built up social mementos quests, get things moving and have some fun. So thank you, everybody. We leave, then go read a book as we were tired. Then we go over to Gutsy, who watches the movie and then hangs out with Mishima. How are you doing, Mishima? Great to see you. So we have some fun, and then we go over to Charmer, who hangs out with Takemi today. Hey Takemi, how are you doing? So we're gonna social link, relax a little bit, and then go hang out with Chihia to prevent somebody else from getting scammed. So, with that, we decided to change fate using the mementos. Look, sadly not the only time we do that, but we do so. Then we go to Ren, who watches a movie and hangs out with Kawakami. Like I said, to progress her social link and get some of those benefits. Like having her do housework around there for us and all that kind of stuff. So, thank you. Then finally, we go over to Lazy, who decides to finally finish up Kaneshiro's palace, making this technically the last day. So, after we confront the fly, we get ready to fight Piggytron once again. And after that, we just head on to bed, talk to Morgana and Igor. Thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule King. This is day 90 of my Persona 5 day tracker. Today we start off with getting a classroom question correct, as we are very, very smart, but this is the final day of the Kaneshiro arc. Yay! So everyone kind of celebrates after the big defeat. Makoto decides to stop chasing the Phantom Thieves, and then Bro decides to hang out with Kawakami. Thank you, Kawakami, great to see you. I missed out on most of the activities we did today because the recording corrupted, but Noble watches a DVD and then kindly hangs out with Chihia. Gutsy hangs out with Iowa. Hey Iowa, how are you doing? So we do some mafia stuff with him. Then we, get our Gutsy proficiency increased. Thank you. And then we go over to Charmer, who hangs out with Hifumi. Hey Hifumi, how are you doing? So we get a nice visit to a bookstore and see some family drama. Then we go over to Ren, who also hangs out with Kawakami. As, why not? So how are you doing, Kawakami? Then we go over to, we get a bit of the strengths confidant stuff done today, as Lazy was kind of behind on it. So hey, how are you two doing? We get a bunch of strengths done in a row. So a lot of Justeline and Caroline arguing with each other before Lazy also hangs out with Kawakami. Hey Kawakami, we see you a lot today. She's one of the easiest social links to do. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you.